Hello friends, welcome to Knowledge Bites. Friends, today I am going to teach you a very important topic, that is autonomic nervous system. This topic is of utmost important and I've tried to simplify this topic as much as I can. And this is the first video and I have taken the help from book which is Katzung Clinical Pharmacology. So in this video I am going to tell only the basics of the autonomic nervous system. In basic I am going to tell you the introduction of the chapter. Then I will tell you the differences between the sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. And lastly, anatomy of autonomic nervous system. So starting with this autonomic nervous system. We have known about the nervous system. This nervous system is composed of central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. And this central nervous system is further composed of brain and spinal cord. And this peripheral nervous system, which is the neuronal tissues which lies outside the central nervous system, it is composed of somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. And we are very much concerned about this autonomic nervous system. Now talking about this autonomic nervous system, the primary function of this autonomic nervous system, it is mainly concerned with the visceral function. Okay, suppose I am talking about heart. In heart there is role of heart rate and cardiac output. Either heart rate can increase or heart rate can decrease, but it is not in our hand to increase the heart rate or to decrease the heart rate. Likewise, cardiac output can increase or it can decrease as per situation. All these activities are under the autonomic nervous system. For example, another example about kidney, glomerular filtration rate can either increase or it can decrease as per the demand, which is in control of this autonomic nervous system. This autonomic nervous system is further divided into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Now we will see the differences between the sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system. Suppose we are talking about heart. The activity of the heart is increased by the sympathetic nervous system. Heart rate will increase, cardiac output will increase. It is because of the sympathetic nervous system. But parasympathetic nervous system decreases the heart rate, cardiac output. Therefore, the activity of the heart is decreased by this parasympathetic nervous system. At only one place, at heart, the sympathetic nervous system is increasing something, but at other places this sympathetic nervous system is decreasing. Suppose we are talking about pupil, then sympathetic nervous system is causing mydriasis and parasympathetic nervous system is causing meiosis. When we are talking about bronchus, the sympathetic nervous system is causing bronchodilation, whereas this parasympathetic nervous system is causing bronchoconstriction. In glands, the sympathetic nervous system is causing decrease in secretion and parasympathetic nervous system is causing increase in secretion. At urinary bladder, this sympathetic nervous system is causing decrease in urinary output and parasympathetic nervous system is causing increase in urine output. In GIT, the overdrive of sympathetic nervous system is causing constipation, whereas this overactivity of parasympathetic nervous system in GIT is causing diarrhea. So these was all about the differences between the sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Now we will see the anatomy of autonomic nervous system. Suppose this is brain, and pardon me because I am not good in drawing, and this is spinal cord. We will see from where the sympathetic nervous system fiber and parasympathetic nervous system fiber originates. Firstly, I would like to tell about the parasympathetic nervous system fiber, which originates from the cranial nerve 3, 7, 9, 10, and sacrospinal nerve 2, 3, 4. Therefore, parasympathetic nervous system fiber originates from the cranial nerve and sacrospinal nerve, and sympathetic nervous system fiber originates from thoracolumbar region of spinal cord. So firstly, I'm talking about the parasympathetic nervous system fiber. It is originating from cranial nerve. This is the preganglionic fiber of parasympathetic nervous system. Here nicotinic receptor is present, and in preganglionic fiber is secreting neurotransmitter acetylcholine. Now this is the postganglionic fiber, and this postganglionic fiber, suppose it is here, the postganglionic fiber is secreting acetylcholine. So at both the places, at the preganglionic fiber as well as postganglionic fiber is secreting acetylcholine to eye, and we know that the parasympathetic nervous system causes mydriasis in eye. Likewise, in the sacrospinal region also, this is the parasympathetic nervous system preganglionic fiber. Here also nicotinic receptor is present. Here also parasympathetic preganglionic fiber is also secreting acetylcholine, and suppose it is supplying urinary bladder. Now here it is causing decrease in urinary output, and the postganglionic fiber is also secreting acetylcholine. So you can see that the parasympathetic nervous system fiber at preganglionic as well as at postganglionic, at both the side acetylcholine is being secreted. Now we will see about the sympathetic nervous system fiber. These are the sympathetic nervous system fiber. You can see these are the preganglionic fiber. That you can see one of the difference, that is the preganglionic fiber of the parasympathetic nervous system is longer as compared to the sympathetic nervous system. The preganglionic fiber of the sympathetic nervous system is shorter as compared to the preganglionic fiber of parasympathetic nervous system. Here also nicotinic receptor is present at all the sites, and here also preganglionic fiber is secreting acetylcholine at all the places. But if we are taking the example of heart, urinary bladder, and sweat gland, you can see the postganglionic fiber of the sympathetic nervous system is larger than the postganglionic fiber of the parasympathetic nervous system. Postganglionic fiber of sympathetic nervous system is larger than the postganglionic fiber of the parasympathetic nervous system. The postganglionic fiber is secreting noradrenaline, the main neurotransmitter which is secreted by the postganglionic fiber of the sympathetic nervous system is noradrenaline. But there is an exception. The exception is in the sweat gland. Here acetylcholine is being secreted. Okay, here acetylcholine is being secreted. Therefore, the sympathetic nervous system fiber of the sweat gland is known as cholinergic fiber. Remember, just listen what I am saying. Carefully listen. The parasympathetic nervous system fiber, they are known as cholinergic fiber, but the sympathetic nervous system fibers are known as adrenergic fiber because they are secreting noradrenaline by the postganglionic fibers. But there is an exception, which is in the sweat gland, where the postganglionic fiber is secreting acetylcholine. Therefore, sympathetic nervous system fiber supplying the sweat gland is known as cholinergic fiber. Now we will write the differences. Sympathetic nervous system fiber, parasympathetic nervous system fiber, preganglionic fiber, postganglionic fiber. Preganglionic fiber of sympathetic nervous system is short, whereas pre-postganglionic fiber is long as compared to the parasympathetic nervous system. Here it is long. Preganglionic fiber of parasympathetic nervous system is long, whereas postganglionic fiber of parasympathetic nervous system is short. Neurotransmitter at preganglionic at sympathetic nervous system is acetylcholine, and in parasympathetic nervous system also acetylcholine, whereas neurotransmitter at postganglionic it is noradrenaline or dopamine can also be there, but in parasympathetic nervous system fiber it is always acetylcholine. Here the exception is sweat gland. Sweat gland is the exception where the neurotransmitter is acetylcholine. So this was the basic of the autonomic nervous system.